Hey everyone, my name's Erik Thor and I'm here to talk to you today about introverted intuition and the impossible. What do I mean by this? Well, what I'm trying to convey here is that of course introverted intuition is about envisioning a lot of the time. And what happens when an introverted intuitive is envisioning something that is impossible? What happens when an introverted intuition type thinks of a rocket fuel that will take you to Mars in 3 months? What happens when an introverted intuitive sees themselves completing a marathon in the fastest time ever possible? What happens when an introverted intuitive type imagines themselves doing something no person has ever done before? Well, something interesting happens. Truth is, introverted intuitives are not just these lofty types, not just these thinkers. They are not just the people who go out there and share their insights. They are not always that impractical. Truth is, sometimes introverted intuitions, led by their vision, go into science, into athletes, becoming athletes, or going into sports, or going into some competitive field with the hope of setting a record, creating something new, doing something original, doing something unheard of. Introverted intuitives have with them the ability to kind of rely on luck. Because they can kind of envision something, they can see if something is going to happen, if I'm going to do the impossible, how am I going to do it? They can imagine a strategy here, a strategy of how will I arrive from where I am right now to where I could see myself going. INFJs and INTJs are of course the visionary types, and what I've come to find is that this vision can help you overcome whatever boundary you are dealing with, whatever idea of the impossible you're trying to work with. But I have of course a kind of warning. Yes, the more impossible you are making it, the longer time it's going to take to complete, the harder it's going to be, and the more you're going to have to work for it. So always ask yourself this when you get a vision or an idea of some bigger, grander idea or a concept of something unheard of currently. How much do I want it? Obviously, because you had the idea on some level, you do want it. But how much do you want it? That is the question. Because if you move on and not follow this call to action, as you can call it, you will over time get a new insight and a new one after that. And the question is always, how much do I want it? The question is not, as some might think, how likely is it that I will succeed? The question is, how much are you ready to work for it? If you know it's going to be hard to make, if you're not sure if it's going to work, how am I ready to put myself on the line to do it? And I hope the answer is yes here. Because if you find something you are passionate about, something you're ready to lay your heart into, you should do it. And it can be the best thing ever. It can be something amazing. It can be something that will put you out there in a way that you have never been able to be out there before. And what you're doing right now, it could impact people's lives, millions of people's lives, depending on how grand it is. What you're doing could have a great impact on the world. So don't be afraid. Spread your wings and try your best. Thank you all for watching.